Thank you, Dave. And for the Orioles tonight, leading things off will be Adam Jones. Hitting second will be Markakis. Brian Roberts, the quality second baseman, will get the night off. Wigginton will hit third and play second. Huff, Reimold, Scott, Mora, Wieters, and Andino will hit ninth. Take a look at the numbers for Bedard. Really, he's off to a great start this year. 5-2, nice ERA. Been a while since he's been out there. 75 pitches for him tonight. And the defense behind him. Langerhans, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. Across the infield will be Woodward, Cedeno, Lopez, and Branyan. And Rob Johnson will do the catching again tonight.
So here we go as Adam Jones steps in and fouls the first pitch back, and we are underway. 0-1 the count. Of course, the Mariners had to make room for Bedard, and to do that, they have placed designated hitter first baseman Mike Sweeney on the 15-day DL with a back problem. He's had back problems on and off all year long. And a fly ball to right field, and Ichiro sprinting over, and he's not going to get there. It's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. So Adam Jones perfectly placed fly ball just inside the right field foul line.
Take a look at Ichiro trying to run it down, just not able to do it. Jammed Jones a little bit. Little flare out into right, ends up with a single.
And that'll bring up Nick Markakis, the man who had the only hit for Baltimore last night. That came with 2 outs in the fourth inning. Markakis taking high, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. There's the hero from last night. First one hitter of his career, the game of his career last night, without a doubt. Fought off, and the count at a ball and a strike. Jared Washburn win last night, although he is 5-6. His ERA dropped to 3.08.
We'll get another start before the break. Mariners might have 3 starters with ERAs under 3.
He will start Saturday against Texas. Zings it up and in this time. He moves Markakis off the plate, and it nicked him. So Bedard has given up the bloop hit to Jones. He hits Markakis. And Baltimore flapping their wings a little bit here in the first inning.
Take a look at this last pitch. Maybe gets a piece of his shirt. I don't think it really hit him that hard. He didn't really react like it had hit him. Oh, like it missed him right there. Home plate umpire Tom Hallion sent him on to first.
And Ty Wigginton will be the hitter now, playing second base tonight. And that breaking ball down low and inside, ball one. 1-0. Since he hasn't pitched in a month, might be a little wild. He may not be sharp. As a matter of fact, I don't think he really realistically expect him to be pinpoint sharp.
No, I don't think so, especially in the first couple of innings. It usually takes guys to settle in after they've had some time off, which has been over a month for him.
And that's a strike.
But his stuff so far looks pretty good. His fastball's at 92 miles an hour. Just threw a nice breaking ball over.
Simulated game that he pitched on the road was very impressive, according to Don Wakamatsu. He said he saw him throw only a couple of pitches of the 45 or so that he threw, and he knew he was ready. One and two. 92-mile-an-hour pitch. Nothing wrong with that. Breeze blowing out toward left field tonight. A little unusual. Usually blows out toward right. And a swing and a miss. He was very late on that pitch. 94 miles an hour.
Well, it's another one of the things you worry about. This is 94-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone. And why worry? Well, sometimes pitchers, they get a little too strong and have a tough time throwing strikes, but Bedard gets Wigginton to chase that pitch.
And this is Aubrey Huff, the first baseman this evening. And sweeping breaking ball low and outside. Rob Johnson getting his second start behind the plate. He was, of course, the man who called the game for Jared Washburn last night and received a lot of praise. Well, I said he only shook him off 3 or 4 times.
Johnson recognized early in the ball game that Jared had really good command of his fastball. I think I heard Jared say he only threw 1 changeup last night.
And that's a good pitch. Bedard really not known to throw 94, 95 miles an hour, and he's already thrown 194.
And he's been consistently 92. Again, that time off probably feels pretty strong. He's had his work in, threw some bullpens in a simulated game.
Aubrey, a swing and a miss. 93-mile-an-hour pitch again.
You look at the delivery from Bedard. Fastball running away.
Missed with that one. Another fastball, so pretty much a steady diet of fastballs for Aubrey Huff. And Bedard has probably the best curveball in the league when he's on.
Well, I will not argue the fact that I think he does too. He has a really good one. He has 2 of them. One he can just throw to get over, and then he has another one he'll bury it in the dirt a lot and get guys to chase it. Much harder curveball.
And there it is, a swing and a miss. Out of the strike zone, but Huff is down on strikes. See him tap that ball on his hip before he reaches in to go to the glove. This is Nolan Reimold, and the pitch to the rookie left fielder is fouled away. Arrived on the scene with a lot of pop early and does have 9 home runs. So don't make a mistake on this man. A little high. And a fastball again fouled away. He's going to throw a curveball. He'll probably drop it right over the outside corner. My guess is it's going to be a fastball.
Try to climb the ladder again.
Yeah.
Throwing a couple of high fastballs. The right-handed hitters.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time. A nice stop. It's that one breaking ball you were talking about that usually ends up in the dirt.
Tries to get the hitters to chase it. Difficult to lay off of that pitch. Late break to it. As Dave was saying, one of the better ones you're going to see. With a good fastball he has tonight, it's going to be tough for the guys to lay off of that pitch.
And a fastball again. So his next pitch will be his 20th. More than he would like to have thrown here in the first inning. Rob Johnson.
Seems like he's taking more time than usual in between pitches. Would you agree with that, Dave?
Yeah, he is. He doesn't seem to be real determined on his pitch selection here. And of course, it's up to him. Two and two on Raimo. And too high, so that'll give the runners a chance to take off. And a breaking ball too far inside, and all of a sudden the bases are full. He's got a tough hombre to get out here. And Luke Scott, even though he is left-handed, got outstanding power. He's hit 16 home runs. Got a 7-game hitting streak.
I thought maybe that last pitch was pretty important, really, because I think Eric, most of the time with men in scoring position in that situation, will throw his breaking ball, which he did. I know he missed with it and ended up walking the batter.
And there's a breaking ball on the outside corner.
But I think it shows you that he feels pretty confident in it already.
And another one. Going to curve him again? 3 in a row?
Why not? I'd throw this one off the plate away, though.
There are your runners around the horn. Jones, Markakis, Raimo, but 2 down. And a breaking ball lined into center field for a base hit. So that's going to pick up 1. The second is going to score. The throw wild goes back into the stands, and it's 2-0 Baltimore. Got that out over the plate, and Luke Scott ran it into center field.
Well, we were thinking along with him. I just think that he tried to throw that last pitch away off the plate. Rob looked like he was set up off the plate away and ended up leaving it in the middle of the plate. Take a look at it. Scott done a nice job against left-handed pitching this year, hitting .328 against lefties. Take a look at where this pitch was. Rob set up away.
Dave Tremblay arguing that Raimo should be able to score 2 on that throwing error. It's going to be an error charge to Franklin Gutierrez on the throw, and he's going to lose that argument. But Melvin Mora will step up to the plate.
See this throw. It's going to hit the mound and then kick wide of home plate. Yeah, you still couldn't see the runner in the screen. I think they have it right.
Tremblay is still arguing.
In the meantime, Eric right now at 24 pitches is a third of the way through the pitch count that he has. 75 is the pitches that he has.
And now they're going to have a conference and see what the other umpires thought. Looked to me like Reimold had basically stopped at second base and was going to stay out there. And they want to get a consensus of opinion and get this call right. Had he been rounding second and heading for third, I think they might have given him home plate. A lot of time taken out there, and the decision will stand.
Yep, looks like it's going to stay.
Look at our Coors Light freeze can as the ball hits the mound, and see where the runner is. Here it is right now. Before the ball hits the mound, look at the runner at second base. You can barely see him out there at second base, and Tremblay is still going to argue that he wants another run. And meanwhile, Bedard's going to take some warm-up tosses to stay warm.
Goes down in the camera well. You take a look at it, and then it bounces back onto the field of play.
So they're only going to get the 2. And Melvin Mora taking 2 high, ball 1.
I think the other thing too with Eric Bedard and his pitch count at 75, the one thing they didn't want to see is him have to throw a lot of pitches in any one inning. Gives you a little more stress on your arm. To mention he won't be able to work as deep in the game, but I think the biggest thing is you start throwing a lot of pitches in one inning. It's really taxing on somebody that hasn't been out there in a month.
He's off the track now. He's missed 2-0 to Melvin Mora. And a foul back and out of play. Bedard is scheduled to get the last start Sunday against Texas before the All-Star break. And more fly ball to deep left field, and drifting back on the ball out there on the warning track to make the catch is Langerhans, 2, retired aside. However, Baltimore comes up with a 2 spot and a laboring inning for Bedard. Inning number 1, they lead it 2-0. Commercials, you see Dave Tremblay. He's on his way back to the clubhouse because he has just been ejected by the home plate umpire, Tom Hallion. And he comes out, and I think he probably saw the replay, saw that the ball left the field of play, and thought that the umpire thought that maybe it hit something and didn't leave the field of play.
I don't know what the explanation was he gave him, but he obviously wasn't happy with it because he came back out and was determined to get thrown out of the game.
Well, it didn't take long. He didn't take that much guff from him, and he's gone. Ichiro leading it off and taking the first delivery from Jeremy Guthrie off the glove outside of Matt Wieters, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And that's too high. And a base hit to center field. So Ichiro leans on one and now has his 119th hit. And here comes Russell. We had another tremendous home run last night when he was green-lighted 3-0 in the first inning off Brad Bergeson. And a bunt in the air. He was bunting for a base hit there with a shift on.
That's right.
Not exactly sure that's what the Mariners want him to do.
Well, 21 home runs on the board. Melvin Moore, the third baseman, is playing over where the shortstop normally would. So if he was able to get it down, he could have walked to first.
And a fly ball into left center field this time, and it's playable. Adam Jones will take care of it. 1 down. Jose Lopez has taken Jeremy Guthrie deep a couple of times. Evans knows he can give up the long ball. He's number 2 in the league. He's given up 19 home runs. Only Joe Saunders of the Angels has given up more. He's given up 20.
I think some of it's probably because his fastball's pretty straight. Some of probably the ballpark that he has to pitch in. Camden Yards is a pretty good hitting ballpark.
Throwing that time. All 2-1. Guthrie is Stanford product of Roseburg, Oregon. Ashland, Oregon. Actually went to high school in Ashland, Oregon. And a ground ball fouled on the third baseline. A change up that time. Ichiro looking at the head fake, hardly moved a muscle. Three and two. Ichiro may be going on this pitch.
I would think so. Lopez typically will put the ball in play if it's in the strike zone. Try to stay out of the double play.
There he goes. And the pitch cut on and fouled at the plate.
Take a look at the tracer. That pitch up out of the zone.
He goes again, and the one hopper hit to third. Moore looks at second, but goes to first. And Lopez is out. And Junior will be the hitter. Crowd around 18 to 20,000 here tonight. Don't forget, we've got a day game tomorrow. 1:40 first pitch. Jason Vargas against David Hernandez, the left-hander, against the right-hander.
See anything different about Junior up there right now?
What do you see?
One batting glove on.
Yeah, by golly. Might be a salute to Michael Jackson.
Usually wears two dark blue batting gloves and is just going with the one white one.
And that's out of play. That's at the EMP Museum, one of Michael Jackson's bejeweled gloves. People taking pictures of it today. And strike on the inside corner to Junior, 2-2.
Orioles put on a big-time shift for Junior and Russell Branyan. Second baseman Wigginton's out in shallow right field.
Breaking ball low and inside. Franklin Gutierrez lurking on deck. And too high. And Franklin with a 9-game hitting streak will get a chance here. Rick Krenitz, the Baltimore Oriole pitching coach, will make his way out to the mound. Dave Joust, the bench coach, is the man who's at least the titular head of the Orioles right now after Dave Tremblay ejected after the top of the first inning, arguing that he should have had another run. And there's a man who did the ejecting right there, Tom Hallion.
So far, both starters having to throw a lot of pitches in the first. 18 for Guthrie now.
There's Dave Joust.
Now they're going to call the trainer out, it looks like.
He didn't look real fluid to me, to tell you the truth. Looks to me like he was struggling a little bit.
His velocity was down. Those guys think something's wrong. They're all getting loose.
And Guthrie, at least, I guess, has talked himself into staying in the ball game for now.
We'll make him throw a couple of pitches.
Throw a couple of pitches. He's thrown 18, 9 balls, and 9 strikes. but his velocity doesn't appear to be there. But they're going to walk away from him. And here's Franklin Gutierrez. Slider for a strike that time.
Franklin has his average up to 293 now. 3 for 4 last night. A terrific road trip.
One and one. Good to have the scoreboard back with us tonight. They worked on the scoreboard till about 2:30 this morning, we were told. It was a computer problem. We didn't. The only scoreboard we had was the hand-operated scoreboard for that one hitter last night by Washburn. And a high fly ball belted deep to left field. That baby is going to fly away. Franklin Gutierrez with number 9. And the Mariners have scored 3. And here in the first, they have taken the lead 3-2. Got on top of that baby and rode it out of here. What a wild start. Franklin Gutierrez out of here.
Pitch up in the zone, not much on it. Franklin Gutierrez jumps all over it. See it from the trace, that pitch up out of the zone. It's all the way out into the bullpen.
I'm calling that one 422 feet as the left-handed batting Ryan Langerhans steps in. So that's the 20th home run. Given up by Guthrie. Changed that time. On 2. Langerhans rolls it just foul up the first baseline. Boy, is that man hot.
He's hit some long home runs, too. A couple in San Diego.
122 feet.
Wow.
That's with the big boys.
That's right.
Langerhans takes high and outside. And that's inside. Next pitch will be the 55th pitch we've seen in the first inning. And a ground ball to second base to the left of Wigginton. He's got it and throws him out. But a 3-run bomb by Franklin Gutierrez. And the Mariners have taken the lead here in the first. At the end of 1, the Mariners 3, the Orioles 2. From Utah in search of fries.
The Wise. I like that. They call me the Wise.
The Sage. The Sage.
I like ketchup with my French fries. That's good.
Matt Wieters, the switch hitting catcher, leads it off here in the second inning. Takes a strike from Eric Bedard. Just barely outside. Texas and the Angels just getting underway down in Anaheim and Angel Stadium. Wieters a big swing that time. 1-2. Young man hitting .238 right-handed, .291 left-handed. Highly touted. Young man expected to be the Oriole #1 receiver for 10 years.
Yeah, well, when they were calling him up, they were comparing him to Mauer. Pretty high praise.
And that curveball, big bite, misses low and in. Chris Jakabauskas will probably be the first man to come in behind Eric Bedard tonight. And he's been unbelievable. That's a swing and a miss. And so Wieters the strikeout victim number 3.
Jakabauskas 3-0 with a 2.82 ERA coming out of the pen.
There's Chris sitting next to John Wetland, who's pitching coach down there. If you ever get out to the ball game early and watch the pitchers in the bullpen, head to the bullpen before the game starts. It's quite a sight. Wetland has him so trained. He's from a military family. Looks like they are all marching in cadence, shoulder to shoulder, all the way out to the bullpen. And there are the Warrior masks. So see you later. Robert Andino, strikeout number 4. Here they are. There they go. Carrying their masks. That's Roy Corcoran. Shoulder to shoulder. Adam Jones hit that flare just inside the right field foul line for a base hit. And the delivery misses inside, ball 1.
Talked about Guthrie. Didn't look like he was completely healthy. Something was bothering him out there, but Eric looks great. Stuff anyways. I know he's thrown a lot of pitches so far, but he has a good fastball tonight. Nice bite to his breaking ball. Looks like he's throwing free and easy.
But he's away with the count going to 3-1 on Adam Jones. And he has thrown 42 pitches. So he's already used up half his allotment. And a fly ball down the right field line, and that will make its way into the seats. Not quite. There's a heavy young man. Sooner t-shirt on. And a fly ball, a rope hit to left field. Quite foul. Adam Jones, the only All-Star representative of the Orioles next Tuesday in St. Louis. And strike three called, and vociferously called by Tom Halley. Thought he was going to jump out of his shoes making that call. That's 5 strikeouts now for Eric Bedard, and the Mariners still lead it 3-2. Now welcome back to Safeco Field as Rob Johnson leading it off here in the second inning for the Mariners. Taking the delivery high, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Guthrie breaks that one off at the knees for a strike call. And misses with that slider away. Just joined us, the Orioles skipper Dave Tremblay, ejected from the game after a half an inning. Walked him. Bob Johnson is the recipient of the second walk done by Guthrie. All-Star voting isn't over quite yet. From now until Thursday, you can vote for the 33rd and the final player for each league roster. You can visit Mariners.com and cast your All-Star game final vote for the game in St. Louis next Tuesday, July the 14th. The National League hasn't won an All-Star game since 1996 in Philadelphia, as Chris Woodward takes a strike on one. The American League is 11-0-1 since that time. They've completely dominated the All-Star game.
I think it's a better league. What do you think?
The numbers would say it is.
Well, I think the numbers from the All-Star game can be a little bit deceiving, but I just think the American League has been better. I think they've had more talent.
There are the starters. Probably the only guy that's a little bit questionable might be the center fielder Josh Hamilton, because he's been hurt so much.
Right.
Not that he probably wouldn't have gone anyway had he been playing. They haven't been playing that much. It is a popularity contest. Left-hander up and throwing in. And that is Mark Hendrickson here in the second inning. 1-2 the count on Chris Woodward. It was off Hendrickson that Branyan hit that mammoth 450-foot home run in Baltimore. Out there, deep left center field. The longest home runs we've ever seen. And a pop up this time. And Wigginton will have no problem with that. One down.
I don't know what kind of issue Guthrie was having when the pitching coach and the trainer went out to take a look at it, but it looks to me like his velocity is down and he's having a tough time getting the ball down in the strike zone. A lot of the pitches are up.
Ronnie Cedeno's the hitter now. And Cedeno pops it up. Melvin Mora in a nice soft grass there to make the easy catch. So 2 pop-ups. And Ichiro will be the hitter. Here's the National League. Their starters. Raul Ibanez, isn't that great? Still on the DL. Got to start in a rehab. I bet Ibanez plays. I bet he starts with the National League.
I hope so. Just a terrific first half.
Ichiro. Pitch up. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. Heralding the arrival of Ichiro.
That looks like a lot of work.
Not if you're that young. And that pitch is hit to center field and deep, but Adam Jones has got time to go back about 5 steps to make the easy catch. Here in the second inning, leadoff walk. No harm done, however, by the Mariners. And as we go to the third, they lead it 3-2.
The Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
And welcome back on a lovely night here in Seattle. As the Mariners get a 3-run home run from Franklin Gutierrez to overcome a 2-0 Baltimore lead in the first inning. And Nick Markakis will lead it off here in the third for Baltimore. And a nice hook that time from Bedard, one of his better curveballs for a strike. Strike 2 call. Another fine pitch. That's 6 strikeouts, 4 in a row for Bedard, and he's humming. Time now for our Aflac trivia question, and here it is. What numerical oddity will take place tomorrow, just after noon, local time? Huh?
You know?
No, I don't, but I can work on it a little bit. It'll be 7, 8, 9. Right?
After?
No. 7th month, 8th day, 09. Is that an oddity or not?
I suppose.
Wigginton with the count 1-0, and the pitch hit foul down the third baseline. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
So we should see that again next year, right?
Huh?
On August 9th. 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. And a fly ball to right field and fairly deep, and Ichiro in the hunt. He's got it down there in the corner in right field, just in fair territory.
This ball slicing away from him. You can see him taking a look, see where he's at with the wall. Been a fair ball. Nice play. Nice run and catch.
And Aubrey Huff will be the hitter. Strike at the knees. Angels leading Texas 1-0 in the 3rd inning. In Anaheim. Guess that was a little low, but pretty good pitch, didn't it?
Must have been down. According to the tracer, it was right there.
Nice curve. And the 2-2. And that's popped back and out of play.
A little bit of a short all-star break for the guys this year with the travel day.
Right. I think the day after the game to fly to Cleveland.
Yep.
And a little high, had a notion. Almost went. And a curve, see you later. That's 7 strikeouts. Every out in the game has been a strikeout, but 2. 7 strikeouts. What's the call by Tom Hallion? He let you know that. So as we go to the bottom of the 3rd, And welcome back to Safeco Field, where the Mariners still lead 3-2 as Russell Branyan takes a pitch high, ball one ball and no strikes. As Tom Halley and the home plate umpire putting on a Leslie Nielsen type show. The Naked Gun, you might recall. Yes, he kind of moonwalks when he calls strike three, and a lot of those he's the home plate umpire, and the Mariners one of the teams in that movie, by the way. And the breaking ball down low.
Do you like it?
I love it. We're in show business, man. We're in show business. He walks. Russell Branyan. Let's get the answer to our Aflac trivia question.
Aflac!
The Aflac trivia question was, what numerical oddity will take place tomorrow just after noon local time?
Aflac!
Well, at 12:34:56, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
About an hour before game time tomorrow.
Oh, man. That's a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 the count to Jose Lopez.
Curtis
I wonder how long he set up to think of that.
I was just going to say, I think he has a lot of free time.
Well, we know that. And that pitch is hit deep down the left field line. He's going to have a lot of free time after the All-Star break. I know that. He'll be off for a year, isn't he?
Curtis?
Yeah.
He's going to come up with those gems.
I don't know. He's probably working on looking for his replacement. 1-2 the count on Jose Lopez. And that pitch is hit deep and foul. Way back into the stands. The Mariners have had the leadoff man aboard every inning. We've only played 3 innings, but they got the base hit in the first by Ichiro, the walk by Rob Johnson, and now the walk here by Branyan. Three and two. Let's see if Russell goes here. And he is. And pull just foul.
I think it's a good idea. You know, Russell runs well, but I think just because Lopez is up there and he puts the ball in play a lot, you can feel pretty good about sending the runner. Take a look and see how close this is. Out in front of it, hits it right down the line, hooking, just foul.
There he goes again, and a pitch is swung on, and a fly ball hit to left field and into the corner again, but foul. Jose Lopez is in one of his modes where he's probably going to take 9 or 10 pitches to decide what the eventual verdict is going to be with him.
Guthrie keeps getting softer and softer and softer. You see that last pitch, just 81 miles an hour.
And this will be the 9th pitch to him. Branyan goes again, and the pitch hammered to third. Only play to first base. So by sending the runner, they stay out of the double play. Lopez grounds to third. And here comes Junior. Well, the 4th bobblehead night of the season is set for Friday, July the 24th. The Mariners are going to meet the Indians that night. The first 20,000 fans taking home a mini version of Franklin Gutierrez, courtesy of UW Medicine and FSN. For tickets, you can visit mariners.com/bobble. Jr. walked in the first, and now he's got his normal batting gloves on after the salute to Michael Jackson.
Good pitch to hit. Guthrie again, his fastball, 87 miles an hour. Get an idea on scouting reports and charts and all the things that they have. They have the big shift on for Junior, but the outfield plays him straight away. Gives you an idea when he's hitting the ball in the air, sprays it around, but typically on the ground he's going to pull it.
And he tries to lay off of it and did, so that's ball 4. So 4 walks given up by Guthrie.
Pitch up in the zone. See if Junior checks his swing.
Good call too. He didn't commit.
I would agree. Meanwhile, Guthrie is sneaking up on 60 pitches here in the third. Just 1 out, Dave Giles.
That's it. So they don't care about what they're seeing from Mr. Guthrie here after 1 out in the third, and Mark Hendrickson, the local products, are going to come in out of the bullpen, and we'll be right back.
Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination.
Yes, he is. Griffey is back, and Griffey is on right now at first base with Russell Bryan at second, and the Mariners leading it by a score of 3-2. And checking our Building to the Future banner bank note, James McCohen, the kid who's been on a tear, went 2 for 4 last night, extended his hitting streak to 43 games. That's tied for 14th longest in professional baseball history. And he is 0 for 2, we understand, tonight, playing for High Desert.
I think he checked in with a hit his last at bat a couple of nights ago to keep it.
He did.
Keep it going, yeah.
So here's Franklin Gutierrez, who had the 3-run home run in the first inning now against Hendrickson, who's 3 and 4 and a 4.86 ERA. And he drops that one right over the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. 2 on, 1 down. NBA player. Changed up on him that time.
Really good changeup. First pitch fastball around 90 miles an hour. Comes back with an 81-mile-an-hour changeup.
And strike 3 called on the inside corner. That's the second out. Another rather demonstrative call by Mr. Hallion.
I think I like it too. I'm not sure I'd like it so much if I was standing up there with a bat in my hand, but
so a 2 away, 2 on. Ryan Langerhans will be the hitter. And a breaking ball. Gamble. And another breaking ball.
Langerhans has done a nice job for the Mariners. 353.
Wasted that pitch low and away.
Langerhans showed some good pop last night, hitting the ball to left field. Hit a double off the top of the fence and a sacrifice fly that was deep, caught on the warning track up against the fence.
He's hit 25 home runs in his big league career. And that's too far inside. Oh, mimicking Tom Hallion. 2-2. And that fastball is high and inside, so everybody takes off now. You think he doesn't have fun playing this game?
He's had a great time all year.
Mariner runners take off. And a breaking ball. Got him swinging. It did. The ball is dropped by the catcher. But Wieters throw to first base for the finality to end it. And the Mariners are turned aside with a goose egg here in the third. After 3-2 Mariners.
to be with you here this evening. Dave Sims joining in with Mike Flowers. Franklin Gutierrez showing some more pop again with the big 3-run homer.
He has just been on fire. Had a great road trip. 3 hits last night. Big 3-run home run tonight. And then I think it's also been nice to watch Eric Bedard settle down in this game. Really struggled through the first inning. Threw a lot of pitches. But since then, he's been striking guys out. 5 strikeouts between the second and third innings for him. And I think his stuff overall looks good. Looks like he's throwing free and easy.
Struck out 5 of the last 6 that he's faced. You got Chris Jakubauskas ready to be pressed into service as Bedard approaches that 75 pitch limit imposed on him today. 2-1 to Reimold, leading off the 4th. Breaking ball and a good looking one too. 2-2. 28 pitches first inning. Orioles get 2 runs on 2 hits, and Aaron, they leave 2. Since then, strikes out the side, and then strikes out 2 of the 3 in the third. Strike 3 call. Well, he has found a rhythm. Last 2 strikeouts have been called. That is 8 strikeouts now. And let's listen to Tom Hallion, who's punched out a bunch of people tonight.
Maybe it does hurt his back. Junior likes it.
Here's a foul ball off the bat of Luke Scott. Love watching those guys who make that, folks, is part of the value of Mr. Griffey. In spite of the fact that his batting average is well below his career average, he keeps everybody loose. He is on everybody. It's the life of the party. 8 strikeouts for Bedard, a season high. I mean, he's gotten you this year, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That much, that many times, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the time.
Bouncing ball. Branyan's got it. He says he's got a picture of me where I had a bad follow through on the golf swing to charity outing. And he said, when it comes, you'll know. He said, yeah, what is this? The weight transfer? You're on the back, finishing up on the back foot? What is that? Oh, he's been killing me for the last 2 weeks on that.
It's been fun watching him have so much fun this year.
Yep. Now we're doing a gray hair commercial. And Kenji is slated for a haircut tomorrow. Sweeney was all over Kenji earlier today about that. His value, Ken Griffey Jr., folks, we're around him every day. And he's one of the best guys I've ever been around, and I've been around this for many years. So, I mean, it's been really good. He's something else. The tie thing at the beginning really set a tone. That was
terrific. One of the all-time best.
If you don't remember, folks, in the first road trip, we get on the bus. Actually, that's right. There were separate buses that day. That's right. And the player bus was 20 minutes behind us. We're waiting. Right. We get to the plane, sitting on the plane, and the coaches knew about it. Wack didn't know about it. And then here comes Junior and the players leading the parade of guys with white ties with Wack's picture on it. And that was part of the deal, because back in spring training, Junior said, hey, man, Wack said, hey, got to wear shirt and ties for road trips. And he said, hey, I don't have a tie. And they said, oh, okay, we'll do a funny. And
he invested in, what, about 40 of them?
At least. Popped up. That'll get out of play. Thought John Wetland was going to pass out. He was laughing so hard. Clearly, Kenji. There's Wet. He was doubled over, rolling in the aisles the whole bit. It was great.
This will certainly be it for Bedard.
Line drive down the left field line. That is a foul ball.
He's at 71 pitches now. They wanted to get him at 75. So he has 4 more pitches to work, probably his last inning.
Final game of this series, matinee. It'll be Jason Vargas against David Hernandez. Vargas with a 4.14 ERA and a 3-3 record. He's had some big moments for the club. As we move closer to the All-Star break. Cedeno charges. Nice grab. Good throw. And the inning is over. So a 1-2-3-4th, and the Mariners hold on to a 3-2 lead. More than ever, and by Les Schwab celebrating over 50 years of pride in performance. A pleasant night here in Seattle, Safeco Field. 3-2 Mariners. First inning 3-run homer by Franklin Gutierrez, the difference. That was an answer to a Luke Scott 2-run single in the top half of the first. Here's Rob Johnson to lead it off. 7, 8, 9 coming up here in the 4th inning for the Mariners. Rob Johnson walked his first time up. Nicolio, who we saw last night at 6'10" and 6'9", and Hendrickson at about 6'10". They got a heck of a basketball team brewing here with the Baltimore Orioles.
Probably post up on most clubs.
Able to hold up. No, he didn't, says Brian Knight. There's Kim. He pitched last night. Boy, 6'9", coming all downhill on him.
Yeah, 95, 96 miles an hour. He's throwing hard.
Part of the Bedard trade. This is Eric's second go against his former teammates. Man in the middle without the hat. That's George Sherrill, former Mariner. Your closer. Hit that off the end of the bat, and Dino throws him out. One out here in the 4th inning. If you're single and a Mariners fan, join us at Safeco Field next Saturday for singles night. Romance will be in the air at the Mariners-Rangers game with some of the most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes in the Northwest. Your ticket includes a seat in the singles night section, admission to a pregame party, and your first beverage. For tickets to singles night, visit mariners.com/singles. Chris Woodward popped out to the second baseman Wigginton his first time.
Not a bad idea to show bunt right there. Morrow was playing deep. He brought him in probably 2 or 3 steps. Take some of his range away from him.
Bouncing ball. Charged nicely by Andino. 2 down. Manny Ramirez returned to New York, his hometown. Mets got crushed by the Dodgers 8-0. Manny went 2 for 3, 3 ribbies. Got thrown out of the game in the 5th inning by John Hirschbeck for beefing a balls and strikes call with the bases loaded.
Really?
Shocking! Shocking! Got booed mercilessly all night in New York.
I think everybody was expecting that, though,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah,
Don't you think?
absolutely. Cedeno, ball hit his bat. And that play's going to live. Boy, he tried to catch a break. I haven't seen that one before, where you lay down the bunt, drop down the bat, ball hits it again. Really?
He pushed bunts a lot. He pushed bunts a lot. He just can't throw his bat at the ball. He was just dropping it after he bunted. I don't think it would have made a difference. That ball was going to stay fair. Maybe it just, I think maybe it distracted Wieters more than anything. I'm going to jump over it.
Yeah, man, you don't see that
Base
play.
hit. No, you don't. Not very often.
2 down, 1 on, top of the order, Ichiro.
Jakubowski's up and throwing in the pen again, so it looks like he'll take over for Bedard. I thought Eric threw the ball well.
I'll tell you what, the way he threw tonight, that bodes well for his next start here Sunday against Texas.
Especially the breaking ball that he had.
To left field, coming on his Reimold, and the inning is over. 4 in the books. Chris Jakubowski will take over. He's been sharp of late. 3-2 Mariners. Bad after a rocky start in the first inning. Let's take a look. What do you think, Mike?
Well, again, I think you had to kind of expect the first inning, maybe the first 2 innings, for him to be a little uncomfortable. I thought he was really strong to start the game. A lot of pitches up in the zone. But once he settled down, was able to find his breaking ball. 8 strikeouts in the game. Just 1 walk for him. Hit batter. But overall, I thought he was really good.
1 point he struck out. Let's see, 3-6 of 7. He was impressive. A count of 8 on the night. The line there, 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, a walk, 8 Ks and 72 pitches, 46 for strikes. As we look at Chris Jakubowski. Well, Jack's done a nice job coming out of the bullpen, and this as a middle guy for some of the starts, particularly for Brandon Morrow. Right through the box, base hit. Right off the bat of Matt Wieters. So Wieters leads off the 5th inning for Baltimore. Now to the 9-hole hitting shortstop Robert Andino. Andino, fourth strikeout victim of Eric Bedard back in the second inning. Jakubauskas tried to sneak a fastball by A-Rod in our trip to New York, and A-Rod took him out of the ballpark. And all in all, it has been a good run for him, being back in the bullpen after served the team rather well as a starter. Jakubauskas, a record of 5-5, a 5.29 ERA. How about the game he threw in Chicago against the White Sox? Went the distance. Lost a close ball game.
Really similar to the game that Jared threw last night.
Yeah.
He had that kind of command.
Jakubauskas picked up the win on the 3rd of July, a few days ago. There's a fly ball right field. Ichiro running out of room and can't make the catch. What are the Angels doing? Well, they lead the Rangers by a count of 3-0 down in Anaheim, top of the 5th inning. Angels start the day with a 1-game lead on Texas, 3.5 on the Mariners. Big breaking ball, but it misses. 1-2. Again to right field. Similar story. Jakubauskas Friday night in Boston picked up the win, 2 shutout innings with a strikeout. A couple of days before that in New York, allowed 2 runs and 2 1/3. When you look at his relief numbers, outstanding. 3-0, 2.82 ERA and 12 relief appearances.
Yeah, and that's after giving that home run up to Alex.
Yeah, you bet.
What was it? 5? I think he threw 5 fastballs in a row inside to him. Eventually, Alex made the adjustment and hit one out.
Look at Jakubauskas. His other splits, 2-5 as a starter, 6.64 ERA in 8 starts. Woodward to Lopez for 1, Brandon for 2. Rack him. Solid defense.
It's a really nice play by Woodward. Watch how quickly he gets rid of this. Has to range to his left and gets rid of it right away. Nice easy throw to Lopez. And Dino runs well, and they throw him out by a couple of steps. Nice play. Made some nice plays last night. He was busy last night. Woodward was. He had to make quite a few plays. One barehanded play that was really nice coming across the infield.
And the last play to end that game last night for Jared Washburn. I asked Jared, when did you know you had it? He said, no, I felt good, like I usually do when I get out there, but I also knew I could have lost it at any moment. But he never did.
What do you have, 98 pitches in the game, something like that?
He went
terrific.
Yeah, it was outstanding. I don't have it in front of me right now, but that sounds about right. And 2-0 to Adam Jones, swing and a miss. Adams' siblings here up from San Diego. So Jones with a base hit and a run scored in the first and struck out looking in the second. Nick Markakis, who got the only hit last night, he's on deck. Center field deep, but Gutierrez has it, inning over. So the double play helps Jakubowskis, and they keep the Orioles off the board in the fifth. 3-2 Mariners.
Then the Tracer is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Mariners with a 3-2 lead. Ball club has won 4 of 5, 8 of 12, and 11 of 16. Trying to win their sixth game against the Baltimore Orioles. Big Russ is going to lead it off. Russell Branyan, Jose Lopez, and Ken Griffey Jr. Mark Hendrickson came on in the third and has given up just the bunt by Cedeno. Ball and a strike. Angels now have a 3-0 lead on Texas, fifth inning. Rangers come to town Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Pulled short right field. Wigginton gets it to Huff. Huff originally went after it, then he said no, I don't think so. So one down here in the Mariner fifth. A lot of folks rally fries here tonight, so a lot of signs.
Dave, I think you're going to recognize this one.
It's upside down. That doesn't help.
No. It doesn't help, but we've seen that a lot on the road.
That's right.
They've been all over the place.
Nice.
They've gone to those cities. Robert has gone to Baltimore, and he was at Yankee Stadium when we were there.
Very nice. And they're from St. Augustine, Florida.
Sign's holding up.
That's a good deal. I believe that is the headquarters of the World Golf Association organization. Some great golf down that way. Way to go, Robert.
A lot of traveling.
Jose drills one left field. Retreating is Reimold. Not going to get it. It's off the fence. Lopez digging for two. Will get there easily. So almost instantaneous reaction to rally fries on this Tuesday night.
That's the way it works. Y'all sharing with all those people around him, too.
Hey, he comes all the way diagonally across the country. You got to get something for it. Nice job by Lopez. Still the club RBI leader. Boy, that's an impressive. That's an impressive tour. Jose Lopez's 16th double. Here's Ken Griffey Jr.
Looks like we'll see him in Cleveland right after the break, too. It's the way to spend your summer. Travel around all the big league ballparks.
I'm starting to hear from a lot of people who are doing that. It's an ambitious tour. Whether you do it one season or if you do it over a course of 2 or 3, that's still pretty dog. That's really impressive. Junior's walked his first 2 times. Mariners got the 3 spot on a Gutierrez first inning, bottom of the first, 3-run homer, in answer to a 2-run single by Luke Scott. Bouncing ball, that'll get foul. Bottom of the first inning, or going into the bottom of the first inning, Dave Tremblay, the manager of the Baltimore Orioles, was ejected for the game. 3rd time he's been run. And his bench coach Dave Joust running the show right now. Junior strikes out on an 0-2 pitch, 2 down. For Hendrickson, that's his 3rd strikeout. Tomorrow, head out to Safeco Field for a 9-inning lunch as the Mariners meet these Orioles for the final time in 09. It's a U.S. Bank Mariners matinee, special afternoon start time, 1:40. Get your tickets at mariners.com. They're going to put Gutierrez on. And he can face the lefty hitting Langerhans. And for Franklin on the season, this is his 2nd intentional walk. Drove one out of the ballpark, 422 feet. Very impressive. Gutierrez with his 9th home run and runs his RBI total to 32.
He has been terrific. I made the comment earlier today that even when he was hitting around 250, he was doing his job just because of the way he was playing center field and getting his bunts down, moving runners over, doing all the little things. And now he's hot, hitting home runs. He has 9 now, and batting average almost at 300.
Entered tonight on a terrific run, 19 for 38. Here's Langerhans, who did commit, says Tom Hallion. Strike 1. Langerhans 0 for 2.
His last time up, Hendrickson threw him a bunch of breaking balls. Was able to strike him out. There's another one.
Andrew Jones is just homered, a 3-run shot that ties up the Rangers and the Angels. Fouled it off his foot. So 1-2 to Langerhans with 2 men on. Good start to his tenure with the Mariners. Done some good things with the glove in the outfield. Made some nice contributions at the dish as well. What slow breaking ball. Just got a piece of it. Hendrickson, he is in relief of Jeremy Guthrie. Clearly had some kind of physical ailment. Did well to pitch 2 1/3 that he went tonight. Here's the 1-2 to Langerhans. Swing and a miss. He got him. 2nd time Hendrickson has K'd Langerhans, and that's 4 strikeouts for Hendrickson. You've got Markakis, Wigginton, and Hunt coming up for the Orioles. Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Taco Del Mar, home of the $4.99 Mondo Burrito, and by Whitmer, Ordinary Brothers Extraordinary Beers. Beautiful night here, Safeco Field here in Seattle. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers with you as Chris Jacobauskas throws a breaking ball to Nick Markakis for a strike. Nick hit by a pitch in the first and scored, struck out in the third. Strike two. The story tonight, the return of Eric Bedard. 4 innings, 2 runs, both earned, 2 hits, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. 72 pitches, 46 for strikes. Jacobauskas won right after 1 and 2. Quick worker. Here's the 1-2. Back up the middle base hit. Going to bring up the veteran utility man, Ty Wigginton. Wiggy's been with the Mets, been with the Pirates, Houston, now the Orioles. Had a lot of third base earlier in his big league career. They move them all around now.
Seeing him out at second base tonight, he looked like Dan Uggla.
Yeah, that's a big second baseman.
That's a big second baseman.
Didn't quite have Uggla's pop. Remember they were here, was it last year? Yeah, last year they were here. Florida Marlins. That kid can swing the bat. Markakis gets back safely. 2 out of 3 in base steal. Called strike to Wigginton. 2-2.
Chris gave up a leadoff base hit in the last inning, turned right around and got a double play ball. You can do that again. Hit a grounder over to Woodward, who did a nice job turning the double play.
These Orioles still trying to put it together. They think they have the pitching coming and coming soon in their farm system. Markakis back. Last place in a tough American League East. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a wild pitch and a single. Rangers take a 6-3 lead. Broken bat, they'll just get 1 here. 1 down there as Markakis moves up. It was a dream season for the University of Washington softball team. They were crowned NCAA champions for the first time in school history. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. National Player of the Year Danielle Laurie and head coach Heather Tarr talk about their miraculous journey to the top in my own words right here on FSN. Aubrey Huff is the hitter. Huff is K'd twice tonight, once swinging and once lucky. Jacobauskas, you know, a heck of a story, having been first baseman in college, Oklahoma. Lost his hitting stroke, and somebody said, well, he loved the game, stay in and try to be a pitcher, and worked his way through independent leagues, and here he is 30 years old in the bigs. And Sean Kelly, camp sensations, they came out, they were throwing strikes all during camp.
You don't see too many first basemen that can throw 92 miles an hour.
One down man at second. 1-run lead for the Mariners. That misses. No runs have scored since the first inning. Orioles have 2 hits in that span. The Mariners have 2 hits as well in that same time frame. Vasquez lost his touch here for a second.
I'm not so sure Rob Johnson went out to the mound before this at bat with Huff, and maybe he went out there and told him, let's pitch off the plate. Right-hander on deck.
Make it official now.
Yeah.
That was the intent last week in New York to try to pitch around A-Rod, and then they wound up missing off the plate. Boom, he hit one out.
Riccadero run out. Had a conversation with him. How about the job Riccadero's done this year?
Boy, and you talk to all the pitchers, they're raving. He and Wetland, they're the combination. Again, I chatted briefly with Jared Washburn before the game. I said, what was that one mechanical thing? He said, he's standing on the mound. He said, just push your butt out a little bit so it helps get his hips more engaged.
Gets his posture a little bit better, gets him out a little more, because he used to be so upright, and then when he would start his windup, he'd rock backwards almost, and that's why a lot of his fastballs were up in the zone.
A lot, yeah.
By changing that little minor thing, really, when you think about it, but it just made a world of difference for him this year.
It's like your golf coach. I mean, just give me an inch here and bend over a little bit, and there you go. Boom, hit it. Same thing for pitchers. Made an adjustment like that for Sean White, too. Jakubowskis has 2 on, 1 out. Reimold's the hitter. Line drive, that's trouble. Ichiro charges. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. It's backed up by Jakubowskis. Tie score. So Reimold on the base hit after the intentional walk. Scoring on a play is Markakis.
He ends up jamming him. His little flare out into right field. Ichiro coming on hard. They were waving him around the whole way.
RBI number 21 for Nolan Reimold. New ball game here at 3-3. Good hitter here in Luke Scott. Ran his hit streak to 8 with the 2-run single in the first. Pound for pound, he's one of the strongest guys on this ball club. Usually goes to Venezuela, I'm told, to play winter ball, and passed on that and went to one of his getaway homes and did a lot of chopping of wood, working on that upper body and get some work done. I remember being impressed with him 2 years ago when he was with Houston. Sean Kelly's up and throwing.
Well, he likes to hit the fastball, and he's in a good fastball count right now, 2-0. Chopping wood, huh? I remember I saw something. Babe Ruth with chopping wood.
Yeah.
I think it's helped Scott a little bit more.
Yeah. His intake isn't the same as Mr. Ruth's. One down. Mariners could use a DP. Line drive center field. Gutierrez. What? Oh, he missed it. He got a bad reaction to it, and a couple of guys are going to score right here. Here comes Huff, and right behind him is Reimold. Heading to third is Luke Scott. He's in safely. So that's the first time that Gutierrez has had a ball right at him, and he's not been able to recover. I'll tell you what, he didn't miss it by much, but that's a tough way to go. So they're going to call it a double and an E4 on Jose Lopez, allowing Scott to get the third.
You can see it was just out of his reach, and then Lopez ended up dropping the ball on the relay. That ball was hit hard right there. Line drive right at him.
It looked like it might have had a little extra movement to it. And it's interesting.
You're right, though. That's the first time we've seen that this year.
Well, he made that initial movement and the adjustment, and he got back and then got the glove out, just couldn't get it. The ball's hit hard. So a couple of ribbies there for Luke Scott, gives him 3 on the night. Orioles have a 5-3 lead, and Sean Kelly's going to come in and pick up Jakubauskas. At Money Tree, providing immediate cash for your business is our business. Apply for a business loan at moneytreeinc.com. So right above the A and Safeco Field gives you a panoramic view of this ballpark. A 5-3 lead for Baltimore. What a night for Luke Scott. Just drove in 2 more runs, giving 4 on the night. As the Orioles touch up Chris Jakubauskas. So now they've just changed and the official score has just made a change. Take the error away from Lopez and give a 3-base hit to Luke Scott.
And with that 3-base hit with just 1 out, the Mariners will bring their infield up. See the numbers for Kelly.
First triple for Luke Scott. Strike 1. So 3-base hit. Nice breaking ball from Sean Kelly, back from the oblique injury. Missed a lot of time, and he was really performing well at a high level. He got hurt here. Looked like somebody had picked him off from the stands the way he went down after throwing the second pitch in an appearance here a while ago. Two and two. 1 out, runner at third. 3 runs in. Trying to paint outside. Can't get it from Hallion. And it's 3 and 2. On deck, Matt Wieters. Through the drawn-in infield, RBI single, Melvin Morris, 6-3 Baltimore. That'll bring up Matt Wieters. So a heck of a night here for the Baltimore Orioles. Luke Scotty's driven in 4, Melvin Mora with an RBI, and Nolan Reimold with an RBI. the 7th hitter to the plate for Baltimore here in the 6th.
Be nice to get Kelly a few appearances before the All-Star break, just coming back. Struggled a little bit in Boston with his command. Had a hard time throwing strikes, which was his strength before he was hurt, and went on the DL.
Ball and 2 strikes. Strong suit of this ball club. A bullpen indeed. Two and two. Mariners home 6. They'll have the bottom third of the order. Maybe those guys can generate some offense. They're going to need it, down 6-3. Lopez, Cedeno for 1, over to Brennan for 2. And that'll do it here for the 6th, but it was a big inning for the Baltimore Orioles. They put 4 on the board and take a 6-3 lead. Well, we didn't have any scoring for 4 solid innings. Baltimore changed that top of the 6th. And now going to have a pitching change. And Hendrickson down here to relieve, get ready, but they buy some extra time for the man coming out of the bullpen. And it's going to be Matt Albers. And here's how we got here. First inning, early scoring. And there's Luke Scott, base hit to center. Couple of runs scored. The throw by Gutierrez gets into the camera well and bounces out. And Dave Tremblay saying, hey, that other runner should have scored. Franklin Gutierrez. 3-run homer. Bottom of the first response. Tremblay, by the way, thrown out for the 3rd time this year. Now he moved to the 6th inning. Here's a base hit. This off the bat on Nolan Reimold. That gets a run in. Markakis scoring. Then the big one. Luke Scott again. And that ball did start left and then it sliced. A little knuckle slice on Gutierrez brings in 2 more. And then Melvin Moore through the drawn in infield singles. So the Orioles get 4 runs on 4 hits. Eric Bedard, part of the story beginning today as he started, went 4 innings, 2 runs, a couple of hits, a walk, 8 strikeouts, 72 pitches, 46 for strikes. But Jakubowskis comes in and did not have a good performance, going an inning and a third. 4 runs, all earned, 4 hits. And he walked one. So the new pitcher now is Matt Alberts for Baltimore. And there's some work to be done for the Mariners as we come to the bottom of the 6th. Rob Johnson's going to lead it off.
Well, one of the big problems for the Orioles this year has been their pitching. They've struggled there, so hopefully the Mariners can get something going. Get back in this game, score a couple of runs.
It's like Jim Palmer, Orioles Hall of Famer, and said that the pitching has been fine at home. The ERA has been fine at home, but go from about a 3 ERA at home to about a 6 on the road, which is a big reason why this ball club is 12-27. There's Jim Palmer, Hall of Famer. It's one of those forever young guys. Looks like he could go out pitching, and it looks great. Entire career with the Orioles. He was on some very good ball clubs. Palmer's a second-year player. One was in the '66 World Series and won that World Championship. Won another in '70. So in '70, let's see, in '70 and '69 and '71 teams that lost. So on the '79 team that lost, and I believe he was on the '83 team that beat the Phillies. Strike 3 called on Rob Johnson. He's gone. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Washington Lottery's Match 4. As we approach the All-Star break, the matinee tomorrow with the Orioles, and then 4 with the Texas Rangers, and then 3 days off for the All-Star break and back on the road at Cleveland. The hitter now is going to be Chris Woodward. Since the 3-run homer by Gutierrez, Mariners have managed just 2 hits. Cedeno bunt with 2 outs in the 4th, and a double by Lopez in the 5th.
Alvarez has a pretty good arm, 93 miles an hour, good sink to his fastball. The crossfires, the right-handers, cause them a little bit of problems. So you can really see the run on that fastball.
Reno to Woodward. Ronnie Cedeno is on deck. Yanked foul, 3-2. Generate some excitement out there. Three-two to Woodward. Bouncing ball goes foul. Matt Albers is the 3rd pitcher tonight for Baltimore. 19,340 on hand here at Safeco Field tonight. 3-2 to Woodward. Fair ball. What a grab by Mora. Fine play.
Well, that's about as good as it gets right there. It looked like he had it by him. Woodward runs well. Mora gets up right away. You can see the diving catch. Bounces right back up to his feet and gets rid of it quickly. Oh yeah, he hooked that right around the bag. Nice play.
Dig by Huff. So 2 outs for Ronnie Cedeno. Hitting coach Alan Cockrell said Ronnie wasn't picking up the spin last night on pitches last night. Orioles kept getting him. Ferguson and Bass kept throwing him sliders. Puts it in play here, but right to Wigginton, and it's a 1-2-3 6th inning. Game set here in Seattle. The second visit to Seattle for the Baltimore Orioles. Right now, let's check out the U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. Jared Washburn, what a performance last night. A one-hitter. 7th Mariners pitcher to throw a 9-inning one-hitter. That had done it 2 hours and 9 minutes. And here's the listing of everybody. Jim Beatty. Saw him in Boston the other day. Mike Trujillo. Langston, Holman, Johnson. First pitch swinging, popping it up is Andino. Holman retired the first 26 in his game, and then Kenny Phelps hit a home run to break it up.
I think it was a pinch hit home run.
Pinch hit home run.
Yeah, I remember Brian and I both came up through the Expo organizations. I was watching that game.
Right.
Pulling for him hard, and then Phelps comes up there and hits one out.
Boom.
I was sick for him.
Man, 26 up, 26 down, and give up to go for it. Yikes.
To a pinch hitter.
It was cold, right? He's sitting there all
Yeah.
night. Jeez. Here's Adam Jones. Jones tonight. Base hit to right, struck out looking, fly out the center. Behind the bag, through Lopez. There's a base hit. Jones is aboard with one out. Let's take a look at our Firestone leaderboard. 9-inning one-hitters in the American League, the hitting league, since 2007. You don't get a whole bunch of them. There's Felix was up top, Schilling, McGowan. You got Baker, James Shields, Matt Garza, and Jared Washburn. So you had just 2 last year. 4-07.
Maybe Vargas has one in him tomorrow.
Let's hope. Ball 1 to Nick Barkakis. A couple of runs scored tonight for Nick. 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch as well.
Early one tomorrow. And they are what, 1 o'clock tomorrow?
Yes, sir. And it's the 11 in the middle of a homestand. So you get the whole night in front of you. 1-1 to Markakis. Great to have Sean Kelly back with the ball club. man out of Louisville, Kentucky. Jones has to dive back. Kelly, a 13th round selection a couple of years ago in June. Turned 25 in April. Went right through the system nicely last year. Wisconsin, he was in High Desert, then West Tennessee. Of all the farmhands that the Mariners had last year, he led everybody with 15 saves. Hard fields and winds for High Desert in that league, so that's a tough place for a pitcher. Inside to Markakis. We told it James McOwen is 0 for 3 tonight. Expected to get at least one more at bat. His hitting streak right now is at 43 games. 14th longest in pro baseball history. Jones takes off. Ball 4 to Markakis. So the Orioles, they got something brewing here with 1 out in the 7th. Let's take a look at the Quest high speed pitch. The starters both long gone. Guthrie 91. Bedard at 94. First walk issued by Kelly since he came on to get the last 2 outs in the 6th. Ty Wigginton. Sharply hit into right field. Gap City. They're going to run for a while. Davis make that. Adam Jones scores as Wigginton checks in with an RBI double. Markakis taking third. That ball was stung.
First pitch swing, gets a fastball out over the plate. I thought maybe it was going to split the gap and get all the way out to the wall. Terrell's able to get in it, at least keep Markakis over at third.
So second and third, they're going to put on Huff. Face Nolan Reimold. Reimold is Rick Corcoran up and throwing. Reimold got an RBI to right, back into 6th.
It's 2 at bats in a row that they're going to walk Huff.
And he's sitting on 199 career home runs. Load the bases with 1 out. Set up a double play. They're going over the book now, and now they want to attack Reimold, whose walk struck out looking and drove in a run with a single. Locks crew down 7-3 here in the 7th inning. Angels on the way back. Angels have the bases loaded right now. Bottom 6, beg your pardon, down in Anaheim. Strike 1. Slider. So you got Markakis at third, Wigginton's at second, and Aubrey Huff is at first. Oh, he found a hole. Markakis scores. Here comes Wigginton going to third as Huff and Reimold, a 2-run single, really blow this thing wide open. 9-3 Baltimore. 2 more RBI for Reimold. He's got 3 on the night. Luke Scott leads with 4.
Looks like he's just late on a fastball and ends up hitting it right inside the bag. Nothing Brandon can do about that. And you're just going Baltimore's way right now. Don Wakamatsu will come back out.
So the bullpen, the pride of the Mariners this year, having a bad night. 9-3 O's
1 inch. We then take this data and convert it to our EQC tracer graphic.
9-3 Orioles. You're going to get nights like this in baseball. Baltimore in the first 5 innings, 2 runs on 3 hits. The last inning in the third, 7 runs on 7 hits.
A couple of things that always seem to hold true. Who do we have tomorrow? Mr. Hernandez in the Orioles dugout's going, guys, save some for me right now, right? Walsh with a terrific outing, giving up just 1 hit last night. And the pitching taking it on the chin tonight.
Luke Scott has been murdered tonight. Driven in 4. It's 2 for 3. There's a drive to deep right field. Goodness gracious, and that's gone. Boy, that was a bullet, a 3-run jack for Luke Scott. That's 7 ribbies tonight. Wow. My goodness, 17th home run for Scott. He's got 7 RBIs. It gets him up to 50. Guess all that wood chopping really paid off. Nice
Take a look
stroke.
at it. Yeah, Roy just trying to get ahead. First pitch fastball coming out of the bullpen. Wants to throw a strike. Looked like he hit right off the top of the fence.
Sure did. Wow. Well, Cincinnati went through this last night. They gave up a 10 spot in the first inning at Philly. Lose 22-3
to
1 and come back and win tonight. 3.6 seconds for that Scott shot to leave as Moore is thrown out by Woodward. This will be the 9th man to the plate here, Matt Wieters. Luke Scott, plenty of reason to smile. David Hernandez against Jason Vargas tomorrow. Ninth man to the plate here in the 7th. Strike 1. 7 RBIs for Luke Scott. Nice hop to Brendan. He'll take it himself. So 9 men come to the plate in the 7th. Very unlucky for the Mariners. And the Orioles, they've scored 10 runs the last 2 innings. They've got a 12-3 lead. A 12-3 lead. We can say that lights, camera, action. Roll out the red carpet this Friday for the first of 2 Classic Mariners TV commercial DVD nights presented by FSN. The Mariners host the Rangers, and the first 20,000 fans receive the first 50 classic ads on DVD. Box office is open 24 hours a day. Mariners.com/DVD. That is one of the great ones right there with Edgar opening up the roof. Are you in that spot somewhere?
I don't think so.
Well, they're going to look for it now. Well, you've been in both sides of these kinds of games, right?
Yep.
60 you're going to win, 60 you're going to lose. It's the other 42 what you do with it.
That's right. Just have those kinds of nights. It happens.
Baez, the new pitcher.
All it takes is a guy like Scott to have one of those nights, driven in 7 runs by himself.
And what a night it's been for Luke Scott, the DH.
Yeah.
My goodness. 2-run single, 2-run triple, 3-run homer.
Yeah, he's going to get a chance, one more AB to go for the cycle.
Yeah, why not? Top of the order, Ichiro leading off here in the home 7th. Followed by Brandon and Lopez. Bouncing ball, Wigginton gets rid of it quickly, 1 out. Ichiro 1 for 4 tonight. Gonna bring up Russell Brandon. Brandon 0 for 2 with a walk. Mariner runs, first inning, 3-run homer, Franklin Gutierrez. His 9th gives him 32 RBI, and that's it. Since that time, the Mariners with just 2 hits. Cedeno, a 2-out push bunt in the 4th. In the 5th inning, a 1-out double by Lopez. Broken bat liner. Yeah. All right. Nice catch.
Yeah, she's made a couple of good plays tonight.
Getting kudos from the fans down there along the front row. To short right field, Wigginton. A scoop by Huff. Well, some good news for the Mariners. The organization, Jamie McGowan, in his last, we believe his last at bat, extended his hitting streak to 44 games, 11th longest in pro baseball history. That's impressive.
And a couple of times he's saved that streak with a hit in his last at bat.
Good for him. Lopez drives one down the right field line. It's going foul. We got 2 different stories here tonight. Bedard looked after a shaky first inning. Got it back together, throws 4 innings of 2-run ball, 2 hits, a walk, 8 strikeouts. Then the bullpen and the 2 youngsters who had performed so well for the most part, Jacobowskis and Kelly, they had a terrible go. 2 1/3 innings, 9 runs, 9 earned runs, 8 hits, 3 walks. And then Roy Kirkman giving up a home run. And Dino throws across, and the Mariners go quietly in the home 7th. It's been all Baltimore. Orioles flying high with a 12-3 lead. broadcast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Roy Corcoran will continue. Here we are in the 8th after these last 2 innings have just seen the Mariner pitch and get pulverized for 10 runs on 8 hits. And Dino, he started the 7th inning, popping out to the shortstop. Orioles sent 9 men to the plate in the 7th. Corcoran not getting the start he would like here to the 8th inning. Luke Scott has driven in 7 runs tonight for Baltimore. Swing and a miss. Corcoran with some time with a neck injury. And a strong outing on Saturday, July 4th, pitching an inning and 2/3. And he loses Andino to start the 8th. Back to the top of the order, and Adam Jones. Jonesy with a base hit that got by Lopez going up the middle last time up. He's got 2 hits on the night, 2 for 4. John Wetland seeing his boys not have a good night. Off of Corcoran's glove. It'll be a 1-4-6-3 double play.
That was a nice play by Lopez because that ball was hit right on the button. Ended up with an in-between hop and was able to field it cleanly. Take a look at it. It's going to go right off the side of the mound, but he hits it really hard. Kind of an in-between hop, and he stayed with it nicely.
Two down. Daniel continues to play a really good shortstop. Markakis has scored 3 times. But on base by way of being hit by a pitch, a base hit and a walk.
Sean White's getting loose out in the Mariner pen. Nice to get Sean an inning in a game like this. He's been so good this year and has struggled his last couple times out.
Brannian has that one covered. So Markakis and the Orioles are gone to the home 8th. Mariners need a lot of offense, and time is running short. Back here at Safeco Field, a 12-3 Baltimore lead as we head to the home eighth. You can vote for your favorite moment in the final matchup of the Safeco Field Bracket Challenge. Watch the 2 remaining clips, then cast your vote. One lucky voter receives a framed photograph of the winning moment as selected by fans during the first half of the season. The top moment will be revealed during Saturday's Mariners-Rangers game. Vote now at mariners.com/bracket challenge. Hurry, voting ends tomorrow night. Ken Griffey Jr. is going to start it off here in the eighth. He's walked twice, scored a run, and struck out. Paying tribute to Michael Jackson, whose funeral and burial was today. Jr. said he'd come out with a white glove. I said, "You got any sequence of sprinkle on it?" He didn't, but he came out with a white glove nonetheless.
That would have been great. It had the sequence on there. Moonwalk up to home plate.
Why not? Tribute to Michael Jackson, who was buried today. That was a big funeral. Junior said he watched all 3 hours of it as well. Over at the EMP at Seattle Center, which has one of the great displays of rock and roll artifacts as Griffey swings through.
When did he start with the glove? Do you remember?
I want to say probably 84-5. I could be wrong. I'm probably more up on the 70-71 Stop the Love You Save ABC Jackson 5 as opposed to down the line, a broken bat. Junior going to make an aggressive turn. Now it looked like he was going to blow a tire. He's in there with a double. He stopped and stuttered halfway.
It looked like he almost twisted an ankle or something as he was coming around first.
A broken bat double for Ken Griffey Jr.
I think you'll also see Andino, the shortstop. Did you see this ball inside the bag at third? Saw him stumble and thought maybe he was going back to first because he looked like he was taking a throw to throw it back to first.
He was surprised to see him.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to get the needle out on this one. I'm sure Sweeney and the boys will have a few things to say about that. It looked like he rolled that ankle.
Yeah.
Very fortunate. So Griffey's aboard to start the eighth. Gutierrez's 3-run homer, strikeout looking, and an intentional walk. Young man shooting confidence at the plate.
His average up to 295, 9 home runs.
Trying to get a long inning going here against Jim Johnson. Could not check it. 1-2. Griffey's at second base. Jimmy's 11th double of the year. 2-2. Long look by Johnson. Fouled off. Ten-game hitting streak for Franklin Gutierrez. Ryan Langerhans on deck. Johnson, another one of the long line of tall pitchers for Johnson. For the Orioles, rather. 6'5", 224. Got a piece of Wieters on the foul. So that double, Junior's 514th, ties him with Edgar Martinez, 39th on the all-time list. That is impressive. 514 two-baggers. Ken Griffey Jr., another milestone for him. 2-2. The ninth pitch coming up to Gutierrez with man on here in the eighth. Just joining us, Orioles 2 in the first, 4 in the sixth, 6th in the seventh. Luke Scott has driven in 7 runs. Full count now to Gutierrez with his run-deck hitter Ryan Langerhans.
Franklin doesn't care what the score is. He's just grinding at bats out.
Seen this a lot in the last couple of weeks too.
Yeah, he's been hot, and he's not giving any ABs away. Working hard up there.
A heck of a walk earned, first and second.
I should get some people shaking their heads in the Oriole dugout.
I'll bet. Up 12-3.
Throw a 3-2 changeup.
Johnson out of Johnson City, New York, lives in Endicott, New York. Langerhans is grounded out to second, struck out twice. Well, good news tonight. Eric Bedard is back. Missed the month. Went 4 innings, 72 pitches, 46 strikes. See him again on Sunday. Ranger gets foul on back. See him Sunday. First half ends. That'll be with the Texas Rangers in town. They're your runners, Griffey and Gutierrez. Strike 3 called. Langerhans is gone. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts for him. First time looking. 1 out here in the 8th. Tom Hallion with a distinctive punch out.
That's great.
Those guys that do the umpire bit, where were they this week? I saw them on one of the highlight shows. Both of them dress up as umpires with the mask, with the blue shirt and the cap, the whole deal. And they live for the punch out so they can.
Fans?
Yeah, they're fans. Yeah,
Really?
they sit. They'll get first base. Home plate seats, and you'll be watching a game, and a guy will get punched out, and they're doing the whole Hallion deal, or some of their other favorites. I'm sure that they have in the.
That's great. Why not have a good time?
Yeah, that they do.
I wonder if Hallion's ever fallen down doing that. He kind of leans back a little bit too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Better have his balance. 2-1 to Rob Johnson with 2 on. 1 to Rob Johnson. Guess those guys in Toronto, they must have an umpire fantasy league, so let's see how many times they can get on and see how many imitations they can do. Bouncing ball, Mora to Wigginton. Huff, double play. Been that kind of night. To the 9th we go. 12-3 Orioles. Game set. Early start time tomorrow for the finale. Adam Jones and the Baltimore Orioles. Live coverage right here at Safeco Field gets underway at 1 p.m. on FSN and FSN HD. Pitching matchup, it'll be Jason Vargas against David Hernandez. And all Orioles tonight. 2 runs in the first, 4 in the 6th, 6 in the 7th. And Sean White is the new pitcher for the Mariners. He is the 5th pitcher. Bedard, Jakubowskis, Kelly, Corcoran, and now White. All right. You got Batman and Spidey working it here. Having fun. Spidey not real pleased with that score rate.
Nobody's ripped up pretty good.
He is. A lot of work. Ty Wigginton, Aubrey Huff, and Nolan Reimel here in the 9th inning. Wiggy picked up an RBI with a double back in the 7th. Double to right. Oh boy, that hurt.
That's what you want to do. 12-3 game, 9th inning. Hit a bullet off your ankle. Look at the swing by Wigginton, right off the instep of his foot.
Man. Goodness gracious. More often than not, don't you come back with that same pitch?
Oh, yeah. Figure as a hitter, you're not going to be real anxious to try to turn on the inside fastball again. I want to take a pitch or two.
I figure if you're a pitcher, throw your best sinker right now. Daniel on a couple of hops. Well,
limping down to first, too.
He did well to get that far.
Yeah.
That hurts. Wigginton 1 for 5. Bring up Aubrey Huff. He's been intentionally walked the last 2 plate appearances. First 2 plate appearances he struck out. Once swinging, once looking. It's through Rob Johnson, ball 1. Huff than Reimold. Either one of these guys gets on, Luke Scott's going to have a chance for a cycle. 2 outs. Luke Scott has a single, triple, and a home run. 7 runs knocked in. There he is on deck. The hitter's going to be Nolan Reimold, who's been pretty darn good himself. 1 for 3. Struck out, walked, struck out looking. RBI single, both to right field. Looking ahead to the Mariners, 9th inning. It'll be Woodward, Cedeno, and Ichiro. 8, 9, and 1.
George Sherrill up in the Orioles bullpen. I don't know if he's going to work the 9th or just getting some work in right now.
Strike 3 called. Punch out. Reimold's gone, and Luke Scott, unless something explosive really happens, will not get a chance to get the cycle. 12-3 Orioles. Scored since the Gutierrez first inning 3-run homer. In that time, they've only put up 3 hits against Baltimore pitching. And they get to see their old teammate, George Sherrill. He is the 6th pitcher for Baltimore tonight. Mariners have used 5. George got off to a pretty good start and hit a rut. Basically had the closer's job taken away from him. He's worked his way back to be the closer for the Baltimore Orioles. 18 saves on the season. They'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the order for the Mariners. Chris Woodward, Ronnie Cedeno, and Ichiro. Woodward with a base hit. George Sherrill, a little different approach from when he was here. He's got more of his back facing you when he comes set. See if Cedeno can get something going here. He is 1 for 3. Hines has to do a 2-step. $19,340. did a roll call right now. Would not get everybody here. People have already booked. Cedeno to deep left center field. Jones not going to get it. Woodward to second. Get it back in quickly. And a double. And Adam Jones got it back in quickly. How about Ronnie Cedeno with a 2-base hit? Watch Adam Jones. Bounces. Oh, it had a little backspin. And he grabs it barehanded. A little jump throw to get it back in.
Going back to his days when he was a shortstop. It's amazing, isn't it? Closers coming in these types of games. It's like they're always going to give up a run or two in these deals.
Backspin that Mr. Woods would be appreciating when the ball came back to Adam Jones. Amazing. Ronnie Cedeno with the double follows the Chris Woodward single. Second double for Cedeno this season. In tight. These guys keeping the faith, the rally hats. Well, the young guys pay attention like that. There's a drive to right field. Markakis is there, tagging and scoring is Woodward, and tagging and advancing from second to third is Cedeno. So each row picks up an RBI. Is 22nd. So 1 out. Brings up Russell Branyan, looking for his first hit tonight. Fly to center, walked and grounded out twice to the second baseman Wigginton, who's been playing in short right field. Russell Branyan from the great state of Georgia. George Sherrill from Tennessee.
George was an all-star last year, wasn't he?
Yeah. I believe he might have been the last American League pitcher. Here's called strike 1 and 2. George fought his way out of independent leagues, get up here to the bigs. Branyan's gone. 2 down. So here comes Jose Lopez, 1 for 4, doubled back in the 5th. Strike 1 called. Strike 2 call. Mariners down to the last strike here. The 0-2 to Lopez.
Normally you'd wonder about maybe some changes tomorrow with the day game after the night game. Not many to make. Mariners just have 3 extra guys now.
How about that? Wigginton has to play. Throws out Lopez, and that is your ball game. A resounding win by the Orioles, 12-4. As the old lyric goes. Mama said there'd be days like this. Luke Scott with 7 runs batted in. What a night he had. He just wailed.